Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the stage schedule and events that are going to be taking place for the upcoming Fan Festival in Japan. For those who don't know, I've already put out a video detailing the things you can expect out of the opening keynote in regards to Dawn Trail. Some of it very basic, collector's edition, female Hrothgar the caster job, as well as a few other details. They've been telling us we're going to be coming, like the key art for the 24-man Alliance raid and the actual theme for the 8-man Alliance raid. That being said, it's always good to know what we're going to be staying up late for, so let's take a look at the streaming details for the Tokyo Stage Show. So first and foremost, for those of you who don't know when JP FanFest is, for those of us over in the States, it will be Saturday and Sunday, January 6th and 7th, about 2.5 weeks from when I'm making this video. You may have seen that it's officially labeled as the 7th and 8th. That is because that is the date it will be in Japan, and quite frankly, throughout most of Europe and a lot of places in the world. But we're going to have the exact times here just as we scroll down. Now you can watch it on YouTube, Twitch, or Nico Nico. Now specifically, Nico Nico has the secondary stage where there will be a Mahjong tournament. There will be Doman Mahjong, and they'll detail that below. Now, interestingly enough, co-streaming details will be announced at a later date. Now, we shouldn't have any concern about the opening keynote. They haven't blocked that from the previous ones. However, it wouldn't be too surprising to see other stage events not allow co-streaming. This has actually happened with some previous events in the past regarding specifically the JP Fan Festival, but at the very least, just know you probably won't be able to co-stream the concert. That would be the number one thing that I would expect you wouldn't be able to do, especially because it's part of the paid package and not the free package. It'd be kind of weird if they did allow it and you could just co-stream the whole thing. There will also be archived videos of the broadcast available for a later time until a later date. And don't forget that the concert will be available until sometime in February. We detailed that in a previous video as well. So here we go. Saturday, January 6th, the first day of JP FanFest. These times are in Pacific time, PST, so add 3 hours if you're over on the East Coast. Now, all stage events will be presented in Japanese unless otherwise denoted. And this is important because our first event is on the main stage, the opening keynote at 5 p.m. Pacific. Oh, it feels good. Feels good to have that nice 5 p.m. time for this. No 3 a.m. for EU, and, well, 10 a.m. is fine for me, at least in North America, but I digress. Everywhere else, good luck. Sorry, Europe. Join producer and director Naoki Yoshida as he takes to the stage to announce the latest updates coming to Final Fantasy XIV, and, very importantly, includes interpretation in English. Most of us who have been around for a while, we just expect to have Reddit or The Balance or somebody else translating this. No, it will have interpretation in English. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't know if that means FoxClan will be presenting or if they're going to have Koji on stage or what the plan is for that, but we won't have to guess at the very least. Then they'll have the opening ceremony. That's where they welcome all the devs on stage and they say, everyone have a good time. But speaking of the devs, the very first panel after the keynote, I think, is going to be dope, but unfortunately it won't be translated live. A chance for various members of the development team to share their personal stories from behind the scenes. And they have an all-star cast of combat developers, lore, story and lore writers. Look, they have Yoshi P, they have Shinya Ichida, they have Soken, they have Banryu Oda, they have Yosuke Hayashi, they have, these are names that we've seen occasionally throughout before, and of course Toshio Morochi, that is FoxClan. But they all are basically leads or part of different development teams across all facets of Final Fantasy XIV. We've got, like I said, I'm not going to stop listening. I'm excited. That one's going to be dope. I wish I could experience it. Wish I spoke Japanese for it, but hopefully the translations will be coming out for that because I just think that's going to be a really good panel. Then there's going to be a trivia show and venue walkthrough that is going to have presenter Kazuyoshi Mochiyuki with guests apparently. So Crystal Noda, I know, Magical Lovely. I know that name. Somebody introduced them to me some time ago, and I at least know who they are. I'll have to take a look. But basically, they are going to be doing some trivia to challenge the minds of attendees and stream viewers alike, and then they'll just be going around. So they're just basically going to be going around the show floor talking to the people there, and then, asking, hey, you want to do a trivia question, and just showcasing the entire event. And you all get to be jealous about how awesome the JP FanFest one looks. I wonder how it's going to look in the Tokyo Dome, though. Remember how it looked like they used to hold it where Tokyo Game Show takes place? It's like an hour outside of downtown Tokyo, or most of the major places where people think of it, but that should be a fun one. Then we have Galeria presents Crystalline Conflict Regional Championship 2023. while we won't be able to understand the MCs and the shoutcasters, let me tell you, Crystalline Conflict, always a fun time to watch. I hope we're allowed to co-stream that, because I'd like to see, I mean, I'd like to comment on it myself, but I'd also like some of the more professional commenters and commentators in our community to be able to provide insight into that. And then the piano performance with Keiko and Amanda Aiken, that is going to be a paid-only thing, and again, I doubt you'll be able to co-stream that. On the secondary stage, there will be Mahjong, and it is going to be running from 7:30 p.m. till 2 a.m. And they have a list of all the guests here, including the commentator, announcer, etc., etc. Then for the main stage on day 2, there is no letter from the producer live, which isn't too much of a surprise. They'll probably give us the date for 6.55 during the end of the opening keynote. For the opening ceremony, that's just going to be them introducing everyone for day 2. Then we have Welcome to Naoki's Room. He does this at pretty much all of the fan festivals. Be joined by our wonderful guests to discuss a wide variety of topics. Very regularly, something good comes out of those, a comment or two, and that's about all I'll say, because, most of the time, we don't really know what to expect from it. It's just kind of, shooting the shit, pretty much. Then they have the cosplay show, which I'm sure is going to be fantastic. They have the flashback with the cast of Realm Reborn's 10th anniversary special edition. They're going to bring on the JP voice actors from various roles in the game to talk about some of the more memorable scenes. They've done stuff like this before, but given it's the 10th anniversary, they'll probably be looking back at a greater variety of scenes. And then finally, the Primals concert, which will be part of the paid stream, which I'm sure is going to be dope as well. Again, Mahjong will be running on the second stage until about an hour and a half before the Primals concert. Now, on top of that, the Lodestone does have links for the paid stream if you would like to get the concerts. That is a separate link altogether. However, it is linked right here in the main page itself. There's also some other things that they posted, including Encyclopedia Eorzea Volume 3. I know some people have already gotten theirs, and it is available now, so if you haven't gotten it, be sure to go take a look and see if you can grab one for yourself. But anyway, just 2.5 weeks, and then we'll have a whole bunch more to speculate on, a whole bunch more to be excited about, and of course, we are expecting patch 6.55, predicted date to be January 16th. We don't have that solid yet, but it makes sense given what they've told us up to this point. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget, I will be co-streaming everything they allow to co-stream other than the concerts themselves, because I doubt they'll allow that. So be sure to hop by my Twitch channel and be ready for that the week before. It's going to be exciting. With that, I will see all of you in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you then. Until then, bye-bye.